So I ended up losing 300k worth of challenges, and it was really, really painful because 200k of that was actually with FTMO. And not only was it with FTMO, traded it for 4 months. So it felt like I ended up losing 4 months worth of hard work, and I felt like I just had so much opportunity cost from it. Morning everyone, welcome back to another vlog. I am tired with a headache, but I have coffee, I have a quarter chicken, and I'm going to try and absolutely smash the day. We've got a lot to go through. As you did or didn't know, we have a new family member, aka Deku. So we'll introduce him later in the vlog today. And in today's vlog, I'm going to tell you what's happening once I sit down and figure out what I'm going through in this vlog. A little bit less. Yeah, is this lemon and garlic? What's this one?
This is barbecue.
Oh, okay, lemon and garlic then. Oh. Good morning, boss. Morning, brother. How you doing? You good? Cheers. Happy to see you. You too, brother. You keep well. Can I get the top one? So I ended up losing 300k worth of challenges, and it was really, really painful because 200k of that was actually with FTMO. And not only was it with FTMO, I traded it for 4 months. So it felt like I ended up losing 4 months worth of hard work, and I felt like I just had so much opportunity cost from it. But I learned something massive from this, and I think that this is one thing I really want you guys to take away, is through failure, there is always a lesson. And the lesson that I learned from this is that the edge is not always there when it comes to prop firm trading. Because when I actually already had the payout, it put the count all the way back down to 0. And then the fact that I was risking 1%, and then I had to reduce the risk because I was on a losing streak, really ended up sending the account into an upwards, like really weird spiral of just break even, profit, loss, break even, profit, loss. And I really wasn't getting anywhere. Why? Because of this. Imagine if on a 100k account, you had a 1k risk for 2k. So I'm risking $1,000 for $2,000. Okay. If I lost 2 times in a row, that would be minus $2,000, meaning that over the next couple of trades, if I made 2 wins, it would have been $4,000 in profit. Does that make sense? So if I win a trade, it's 2k. If I lose a trade, it's minus 1k. So minus 2 trades, minus 2k. If I win, plus 4k, the total accumulation of 4 trades would put me on $2,000 profit. But here's the problem. I was losing 2k and then reducing the risk to say 0.5%. So then if I reduce the risk, my profit is obviously less, meaning that my profit will be 1%. Meaning if I lost 2 trades and then won 2 trades, I'd be at break even. And that inherently is actually one of the biggest problems with prop firms, because it's not really about the edge. What it really is about is the fact that you have to reduce the risk, because even though it's a 200k account, it doesn't mean it's a 200k balance. There's only a 20k buffer that I can trade with. And I was in a conscious, vicious cycle off of that. And the answer is that ultimately I should have reduced the risk. I kept the risk reduced the whole way through. So when I was in profit, I'm actually trading on reduced risk. But the problem is when I'd come back to break even, I'd increase the risk. I'd then be on a vicious cycle by losing $2,000 again. Does that make sense? So really and truly, I think that now trading these accounts, I've learned something massively, is that to reduce the risk when I'm funded, which I already knew anyway, but not to change it or anything like that, just to keep it consistent. That's number 1. Number 2 as well is that it's now motivated me to do this $2 million challenge, even like hungry and motivated like no tomorrow. Which brings me on to the next point. Is now when I trade these $2 million challenges, I'm really, really hungry to make it happen and share with you guys on this journey. So in the next video, in that next vlog, which I'm going to be talking to you guys about as well. So this whole vlog has now got a reason to exist, which is $2 million challenges, well, actually 2 million funded. Is the next video I'm going to talk about how I got 800k 50 challenges, what challenges I am getting, how I'm going to split it, and the overall breakdown. Now, all of these videos and all of these things I'm sharing in these videos, I have a longer form, which is a lot more detailed. So if you want to learn more about this 300k losses, there is a full dedicated video on that. So you can check that out. It's about 10 minutes long. And it goes through so much more detail of what I learned, how to improve and how to become better. And more importantly, is that the 850k challenges that I'm trying to get, just to break down off of everything and how I'm going to attack those challenges. So that's that. what is happening in Danny here? I just lost the idea. I've got to do it. We're going to be talking about other alternatives, prop firms that you can potentially look at, or if you wanted to get more funding. I say wanted to, but to be fair, you have to. Now, this is a new website I'm in the process of building, but to be honest, I didn't find any other comparison website, so we ended up just building our own. So you can use this website, appreciate the support. You just go in and just check, and it gives you all the information off of those companies. Now, there are going to be multiple companies I'm going to recommend to you, and they're actually all here, and I'm going to go through some things, and I can actually say some things in the private group which I cannot in the public. So first and foremost, I want to start off with, fortunately, Alpha Capital were the only firm ever to deny my payouts, and I can't be bothered to make. I mean, they could have probably paid me if I just messaged the owner George, or messaged any of them, but I just couldn't be asked. And it was just too much effort just for 3.5k, so I just moved on from there. However, they do pay out, they are good companies, but what they've done is, because of the amount of restrictions that they've made to do, they put on so many restrictions on payouts at the moment, and that goes for a lot of other firms as well, just to kind of keep you guys up to date with that. And the reason why we start off with FTMO is because FTMO will pay out with the least amount of restrictions, and you're going to kind of get to that point later down the line where, when you're getting funded with all of these companies, you're looking at what company to go next. So on this website, I'll show you a quick comparison, what platforms that they have, roughly their commissions, their spreads, their challenge rules as well, and overall any breakdowns. So FundedNext will be, after you do FTMO, FundedNext will probably be the second company I would say try and go on to. Now with FundedNext, they have quite a few different challenges in your portfolio. Obviously in another video, or you may have watched it already depending on when I make it, I am going to encourage a lot of you guys to get one-step challenges as well. And FundedNext is probably the only company I would suggest you to do one step. And the reason is because their max loss limit is actually static. And what I mean by static is it's only 6%, whereas a lot of other companies will have trailing, and that means that trailing drawdown will kind of follow you through, and it can kind of set you in a trap, and then you can lose. And that's another problem I had with Alpha again, is the trailing was calculated different to what I had, so it was more of a tech issue, and ended up losing one of my funded accounts. So really and truly, I just can't be arsed with it, and that's why I've just kind of stopped trading there. And it's still a company that pays out, it's just there are restrictions that you have to follow, and I think I will still have Alpha in my portfolio, but just not yet. Here you've got one step, so they go up to 200k. You've got the two step as well that they have. FundedNext is a really good company. I mean, they run off of 8% profit target, 5% on phase 2, and then obviously they have a 10% drawdown, and this is kind of like the closest to the traditional prop firm that there is out there. What's quite cool is they pay extra on their performance fees. Not only do they pay extras on their performance fees as well, they also have $1,000 guarantee on your on any payouts which is longer than 24 hours. Another prop firm you can look at is Hollow Prime. The reason is quite cool is they've got futures, Forex, and crypto. I wouldn't say this is like your top 3. I'd say the top 3 would definitely be FTMO, FundedNext, and then, I mean, CK Capital is one that I work with and one that obviously I'm a part of. And we have one step, two step, instant funding, completely different. And on their two step, although I know the team is looking at something else, on two step, there is 6% profit target. And also 12% drawdown on maximum loss as well, which is pretty cool. So here, look, the maximum loss is 12%, maximum is 4, so it's 4 and 12. Whereas on the light, it's 8%, but the profit target is only 6% and 6%, which is quite cool. So FTMO is the number one prop firm you would go to. Then after that, I'd say go on to FundedNext. Then after that, I would say compare yourself between CK and Hollow Prime. And then last, the company you go to is Alpha Capital. That's the order on what I would do it. In terms of the funding, on obviously FTMO, you have to do the two-step. After the two-step, I would look at potentially one step or two-step with FundedNext, and then look at one step or two-step with these two companies, and then same again, one step or two steps. Have a nice little healthy portfolio to be able to leverage across the board. But it's time to go on to, you'll see like funded rotations, and then in the funded rotation, how to do that, and then also how to get payouts and rotate your payouts too. Look at Donut's face. He's like, look at Donut's face. It's hilarious.
find your dreams come true. And I wonder if you know what it means, what it means. And I wonder if you know what it means, what it means. And I wonder if you know what it means.
Hold my hand until you turn to ashes. Let me till they put me in my basket. I got these feelings that I'm asking. That ain't on you, that's what I'm asking.
Yo, it's minimal rest and maximum effort, all of this work that I do. It's for me, I don't want no credit. I'm just trying to get this bread in. I follow myself, don't know where I'm heading. I know where my head is, don't think that I'm tempted. Putting in work, my money's authentic. DMD, cool, been into DMD, cool, been intercepted. Too busy, gotta double my bag. I'm chasing figures, I'm chasing cash. Just placing a race with foot on the gas. My bro's on schemes and he want an investment there for the shorts and payment fast and short. He's there when a payment lands.
Where the payment lands, man's counting it up. All the years I deserve me the pennies. I'm mashing this work cause I wanna be steady. I'm outside now chasing all the readies. Had my head in my hands, now I'm heading to bags. I can't tell you to look at the difference. Tryna grab me.
So that's another vlog wrapped up. Pumped, really pumped. We've been training a little bit lighter, but because the food intake is good, like I've really put on some size. And do you know what it is? I feel like my body's natural shape is a little bit bigger, and because I haven't been training hard, eating hard, it's just blown up really quickly to get back to what it once was. So, you know, it's like I really love fighting, but mentally bodybuilding just wrapped everything. It's not what I want, but it's not about what I want, it's actually what helps hit the goal. So unfortunately I'm just gonna have to step back from fighting a little bit until I find a healthy balance and a healthy medium. But right now I hope you guys are enjoying the journey, enjoying the 2 million journey, my physique journey, and my life in Dubai. And as always, remember to like, share and subscribe. Before you subscribe, make sure you do share it because we're trying to grow these vlogs. Peace.